So did the Dallas Cowboys get better? Did they get worse? We might not find out until the season. But these are three players that I believe can single-handedly improve the team. Hey, what's up? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. Today we're talking about roster improvements. And here's what I mean with players that can move the needle just by themselves. Let's take first round draft pick Tyler Booker as an example. Good pick. Obviously, one of the most important players the team added because he is the first rounder they picked, and they did so at number 12 overall. But he's not going to move the needle because he's going to replace Zach Martin, who is probably better than him anyways. So I couldn't tell you, well, this season is going to be different because the Cowboys, they picked Tyler Booker. I couldn't say that to you. But maybe there are three other players that I do believe are difference makers that are going to make a big enough impact to tell you the Cowboys might be better because of him. So let's start with number one, and definitely the most obvious one, George Pickens. Sure, the Cowboys lost Brandon Cooks, and they had to get a number 2 wide receiver, but I truly see Pickens as someone who is an upgrade over Brandon Cooks. Number one, Cooks was way past his prime, and he never really clicked with Dak Prescott as we hoped he would. He had some moments for sure, but it wasn't really that special pairing that we thought it might turn out to be. Pickens is someone that is actually going to be a headache for whichever defense is facing you that week because they got to account for him and his insane ability to win while playing ISO ball one-on-one and the contested catches and all of that. And he also indirectly affects how you cover CD Lamb. You're talking about somebody with wide receiver 1 talent who is going to be playing wide receiver 2. And if I look at the Cowboys and I'm like, hey, can this team go to the playoffs? Can this team be competitive in the playoffs? I don't know the answer to that, but one of the reasons why you would buy into that notion would be the arrival of George Pickens. So he had to lead off our list. Now, after him, things get pretty difficult because the Cowboys, they're not a front office that will add multiple impact makers in free agency and through the NFL draft. So really, it's difficult to choose. And that's why I'm going with a little bit of a risky pick here. I'm going with 5th round rookie running back Jaden Blue. Now, I'm not going to tell you that Jaden Blue is better than Rico Dowdle. Firstly, we've seen Rico Dowdle start at running back and be efficient. So it would be outrageous of me to assure you that, hey, Jaden Blue is going to be better. But I would bet he is going to be more explosive. And while that isn't everything, that is something that's been honestly missing from the Cowboys offense for so many years. Blue was a big play monster when he was at Texas, and that's all because of his speed, his acceleration. The big question with him is he big enough? Is he strong enough? Is he durable enough to be a true number 1 running back in the NFL and with the Dallas Cowboys? The answer to that might be no, but if the Cowboys can get him on the field enough, they might start getting those doubles, those triples, those home runs that we have rarely seen in these offense for so many years. So Jaden Blue is one of the players that to me could be one of those guys that can single-handedly upgrade the team just because he could single-handedly be giving the Cowboys big play after big play after big play. We'll learn more from him in training camp, but there's something there for sure. And at number 3, I've got defensive tackle Solomon Thomas. Now, quick disclaimer here. I did think about Dante Fowler Jr. because I liked that signing more than I did the Solomon Thomas one, but with Fowler, you're going really from Marcus Lawrence to Fowler. So I'm not sure how much of a needle mover that one is versus just a good move. With Solomon Thomas, though, I do think you upgraded the defensive tackle room because behind Osa Odighizuwa, you didn't really have a productive player at 3 technique in terms of depth. With Solomon Thomas, you do. And what that is going to do is Osa's legs are going to be fresher. And Solomon Thomas is someone that, as a backup, man, you're talking about a luxury defensive tackle as far as backups go. In other words, there's always going to be a threat at 3 technique, and I do think that might move the needle because the reps that Osa takes off, you're going to actually have a productive NFL player there. The Cowboys do need a nose tackle, but as far as 3 technique goes, hey, I'm happy with where things are going. Now, let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to move the needle for the Cowboys? Who is somebody that can single-handedly improve the team? I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got.